Hey there. Happy Monday. Hope everybody had a good weekend. I did. I continued to rest, so that's good. Today I'm doing I'm going to show you guys how I did the earrings that I showed this week. It's kind of like a faux tiger's eye or a faux tortoiseshell kind of look. I'm not exactly sure what to call it, but we'll call it one of those things. It could also kind of look like wood grain, I guess. So I'm going to show how to do that. How I did it, anyway. So I have transparent, and I'm back to my old handy dandy Sculpey Primo. Translucent, sorry, this is my favorite. I just like it better than anything else. So I rolled this out onto a 2. I'm going to put it on my paper towel here, and then I have my little pokey tool. I'm just taking one of the smaller ones, the smaller dots, and I'm just going to make lines, just kind of random down. I'm going to kind of go both ways here. Not going to go too crazy. I think that's good. I don't know if you can see them. Yeah, you can if I do that. Okay, so just make some lines. And then I'm going to take my brush, and I am using the color Coffee. You can use whatever brown alcohol ink you want. I'm going to get my little wet wipe ready over here. And I'm going to just kind of dab this down the lines so that they get into the lines. Just dab them into the lines. And I kind of want them to run down, so that's why I hold it up a little bit. But I don't want to cover the whole thing. I do want some of the translucent to kind of show through, because we're going to do something else with that. So just kind of dab it into the lines like so. Like that. And then I'm going to quickly take my little wet wipe here, and I'm going to get off as much as I can, going in the opposite direction of the lines. Ooh, just hit my head. So like this. And I'm not going to go too crazy. That's good enough. And then with the open spots that we have on there, I got my pastels. These are my pastels. And I will put the link for these. I get them on Amazon. I'll put the link for these in the description, if I remember. If I don't, just send me a quick little note that says that I forgot if you want them. So I'm just going to take different shades of brown, run my finger on it, and then just kind of color in these little areas in here and across the top. Just a light amount, just so it colors it in. But I'm going to do a bunch of different ones, so I think I'm actually going to scrape a little bit of this on across the top. Just kind of scrape it on here and then rub it in. And This is kind of a reddish brown. Rub that on there. So it looks a little wood grainy. How that is. I did a really cool, it might have been this. I'm gonna do this. This is kind of a gold. So I'm gonna leave it with that. I like that. So now we just cut out. This is just another one of these really quick, easy veneers to make that look really cool. I want to see if I can get, this is, I don't really want the pastels in the crevices, so I'm just kind of brushing them out. If you want to leave them in there, obviously that's fine, but it's just not the look that I'm going for. So I'm going to make some beads. So I have my different size cutters. I'm going to do this, and I like this, and then I'm going to make some smaller beads. We'll go here and here, and then I want to make just a couple flat pieces also. Maybe I'll do a big one also, like there. Okay. So just back to the way the beads are made. And then with these, with the texture, let's see, I'll get a bigger one. So this has the lines in it and everything. Let me see if you can see that. So when you roll these up, you want to bring the translucent to the inside, and then just kind of pinch around like so. And then we'll roll these how I showed in that other bead video. And just roll them around. Make sure that your palm is nice and tight, and then you're just kind of going tiny little circles in both directions. And then you can see the little striations in there. I'm going to smush this, so I'm going to put it down here, and then I'm just going to roll the rest of these out also. So just get that so that, you know, for the most part it's in there. You can leave some of it showing because, you know, if it's a faux anything, it's not going to be completely perfect. Because stones in nature are not completely perfect. So that's how that looks. You can see the little striations in there. So I'm going to roll the rest of these out, and then I will come back and I'll show you again how to flatten them. And I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got these rolled out, and I've got the two larger ones and then the two smaller ones, and I don't press them at the same time because they're different sizes. So make sure you have it the way you want it to be seen around, and then just press with your acrylic. It's better to do it with something see-through like this because then you can see that they're the same size and everything else. So that's why I do that. So here's this one, and that's gonna look pretty all the way around. And this one has some pretty markings also. And then we'll smush these. Just smush them straight down. And then to whatever size you want them. You know, you can go real flat, you can go just a little bit, you know, whatever you want. You can see all the different colors in there. And on that one also. Pretty. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and bake these, and then when they're done being baked, I'll show how I just kind of buff them around the edges really quick, especially with the transparent. It just makes it nice. So I will show that part when I come back. So I'll be back shortly. Okay, I'm back. These have been baked. By the way, when I bake these, I do them at 275 for 45 minutes. So just wanted to let you guys know that. So these are how these look. See if you can see those. And then the beads, if you can see these, look like that. And that, you can see some of the little striations in there. So that's those. So what I do is I just kind of quickly go over with my little buffer here. Because I like them to look raw, but I'm just gonna kind of buff the surface of them a little bit, like this, so that they have a little bit of a shine, but not too shiny. And I'm not gonna resin them, obviously, because I don't want them too shiny. So I just kind of go over them with those, and then around the edges with these. It just kind of brings out the translucency a little bit more, and then brings the little striations out also. So just kind of go around. Just makes it look so it's not so murky, and you can see a little bit more into it. So sorry if that's noisy. Just gonna run through these really quickly. And then I'm gonna drill the holes and show one more time how to do the wire wrapping that I do. Which I don't know if it's even technically called wire wrapping. It's just how I assemble. See how that looks. It almost looks kind of like amber because it's translucent, and then you can see things inside. So it's cool. It's cool. Ah. Sometimes these are a little hard to hold, but you can do it. I have faith. Okay, last one. Okay. Oops. So that's that. That's how those look. Okay. So I'll get my other one. I keep two because that way I don't have to switch out the tips. I talked about that one before. So I'm going to make my holes just straight in the middle. One. Right down the middle. And these as well, the little discs. Okay, so there's that. Just kind of wipe off the excess stuff here. so that you can't see it. You can dump them in water if you want. I don't have any water out here right now, so there's that problem. I wanted to... Sorry, guys. Okay, so I'm gonna do kind of like what my new standard of earring is. I'm gonna, this is my 22 gauge wire. I'm gonna put it through my disc, and I think I'm going to, I'll go up and down with this striation, so, and then fold it in half. Make sure you crimp that so that the next bead can go on. So that's, I'm going to do it this way. And I think I'm going to do the larger on the bottom. I'm going to graduate it going up. So let's see. We'll put this one on. Like so. Make sure it's all even on there. And then I'm going to put a little silver disc on. I did copper on the other ones. I'm going to do silver this time. Do silver, and then the smaller bead that I made. Like so. Like this. My hole is a little off center because I didn't use my magnifying light, but that's okay. And then I have these little agate beads. I'm gonna pop one on top here. I'm liking mixing gemstone and, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this because it might be too small of an opening. Nope. Doesn't help that these are the wrong size. These aren't the same size. Hold on. Nope, that's not gonna work. Okay. So I'm just gonna do a silver ball, a little one. Maybe I'm gonna do this. See how this looks. Yeah, I think I like that. Okay, I'm gonna do that. So just like with the other ones, I'm gonna grab my round needle nose pliers. I'm gonna hold it so that it's sideways like so, with a little bit of a gap here. And I'm just about, however big you want your hole is where you're gonna wanna go on these pliers. So I'm just gonna take it, and then I do 3 wraps, although I don't know that I have enough wire for 3, so I think I'm just gonna do 2. I could squeeze a third, but I'm gonna just do 2. And it'll look fine. It will be just fine and lovely. And then snip these off. Trying to make sure to stay in camera range because sometimes I get out of it. And I know that that's frustrating. And just turn those around and make it nice. Squeeze. Just squeeze it until it's nice. How about that? Okay, I think we're good there. So there is that one. You can see. And I'll do the other one real quick. It's funny because there's a lot going on with making these, but I still like doing this so much better than using jump rings. Jump rings to me are just such a pain. And this is, number one, more fun. And I like the way it looks better. You can certainly use jump rings if you want. And I still use jump rings. So put that on there like that. I'm gonna have this go vertical. Put this guy on, the bigger one. Make sure it's all the way down, flush. Unless you want it to have a space, that's totally up to you. Little silver disc. And the smaller bead. Like so. And one of these. And turn it to the side. And wrap it up. And I only did 2. This is going to be a 2 also. We want them to look similar. And then grab that and twist this around the rest of the way so it's all tucked in and neat and tidy, and then straighten out your top there. And there you go. And then, oops, every time I do that, the back pops off. Okay. Make sure that that's all forward and even, and everything else still a little wonky looking. I'm gonna, there we go. Okay. And then the ball pins, the ball head pins for your ear wire. And again, these are just super simple. Take your little pliers, twist it up, and then you'll put it through the front facing direction. Twist it the rest of the way. Get your little paintbrush and then wrap it around. You guys should be bored of that technique by now. But some people still ask for it, so I'm just going ahead and doing it. So put that through the front. These are just so quick and easy. Again, not having to use jump rings is, I love it. And then crimp the back there, the bottom. So like so. So there you go, guys. That's how they look. And they're translucent. If you hold them up to the light, you can see right through them. They're super neat looking. So there you go with those. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you on Thursday. Have a great rest of the week. Bye.